Welcome to another edition of Chai with Molly, a show where we celebrate diversity the Canadian way. We begin this morning with a big hello from all of us here at Chai with Molly. We're so glad you've chosen to spend your Saturday morning with us. We have an incredibly special show for you. So, buckle up and enjoy the ride. Chai with Molly starts right here, right now. Your real estate portfolio manager, Jay Banerjee, is in the studio. He has a very special announcement for all of us. So join me in welcoming him to the show. All right, Jay, thank you once again for being here.
It's good to be here, Molly.
You have an incredible announcement to make.
I do. Today we are launching the Real Estate Investment Club.
All right, that's great news.
Wealth creation through investing be smart and wise, and using effective strategies to grow your wealth in real estate.
All right, so what would be the purpose of this club?
This is for those people who want to learn how to create this wealth. The purpose is to train you, to coach you, and put you in an environment with many other people with the same goal, and look at and teaching you different strategies of investing. B, learn to recognize income, how a property, to analyze how a property is making money. It's not just the price, not just the rent, but there are many other factors. Number 3, you will also be able to network with others who are like-minded in the same group. And there are many, many other things as a part of that.
All right. So before we get into who all can join this club,
yes,
let's talk about who cannot join this club.
It's only one qualification, and if it's not there, if you are not motivated
if you're not
serious to make money, it's not for you.
Yeah, don't waste your time.
Don't waste your time.
Yeah, I mean, we're just telling you is that it wouldn't be worth it to you, right?
That's right.
So only those people who are absolutely serious about creating wealth through real estate, and who are interested in joining a community of like-minded people.
Monthly meetings.
Yes, so we're going to be having monthly meetings so that we are able to show you strategies and what is on the market.
That's right.
And what are some of the opportunities
that
are available. Now, you don't have to be a real estate expert to know that. All we want is for you to be serious about it. You have to be employed. That's important, because if you don't have a job and you're very serious, it will also be little bit of an issue, not with us, but with the banks, because they will not be able to then get you the mortgage you're looking for.
That's right.
So as long as you are employed, as long as your credit is good, and as long as you're absolutely serious about creating wealth, you're qualified. And we want to hear from you.
And you mentioned something, you mentioned the word mortgage. And see, we're going to bring in industry experts at the monthly meeting, in the bi-weekly webinars, in the information we send you, so that you can actually hear from the mortgage expert. How do you real estate has not changed. What has changed is the way we have to go about doing it in the world of the stress tests, in the world of where the banks are tightening up. We have to look at all these things and say, how do we navigate through this? And we're going to help you.
All right. So even in this market, when the word on the street is that it has become very difficult to invest in real estate, there are many, many opportunities. You just have to know what to do. And that is where this club will come in. Jay and I both are going to be there.
That's
we have enormous amount of experience and expertise.
That's right.
In real estate.
That's right.
And we have connection with all the experts. And as Jay mentioned, we're going to be bringing them all to you to help you, to support you. So this is going to be a one-stop real estate investment club. So you don't have to go around looking for for a mortgage specialist or any other
specialist.
Lawyers, yeah.
Paperwork.
Yeah.
Resources. We're going to provide you, once you become a member of this club, we're going to be building this resource of documentation that one could use. As obviously, we all recommend you go to your own lawyer and double check things, but at least we will provide what is the basic paperwork that one would need and advice that will help you to make a decision yourself.
All right, so let's talk about some of the testimonies of some of the people who have gone through our program. Without naming people, we know a young woman who ended up having to sell her home because things just didn't work out.
That's right.
Right. So in that split, she ended up having to pay half of the equity in the house.
That's right.
And of course, whenever there is a marriage breakup, it is always very sad and it's terrible.
Yes.
And along with that comes the pain of losing your home.
Yes.
And all the equity that you worked so hard for.
True.
But this young lady, because she's part of our community, part of our network, she came to us. We did sell her house. And she has purchased one of the condominiums that we had recommended.
That's right.
And in how long was that?
Well, here's the beauty.
How long was it?
A year and a half now.
Okay. In a year and a half, she has recovered that loss already.
That is awesome.
Right? So this is what we're talking about.
Because Nolly is it's much more than real estate. It's about building our lives, building our futures. This lady, her future came back. She thought she had lost it, but through managing real estate, through understanding our time, through having an expert guide you, she got her life back.
So that's just one story. And then many, many such stories where people have made about $100,000 in a year, $200,000 in a year and a half. And it is quite possible. And what are the chances of us saving that kind of money with such high expenses in city like Toronto and almost zero interest?
That's right.
So the only place where you can make your money grow is through real estate. And that is why we are launching this real estate investment club.
And I have one more story. May I? One gentleman who came to me 5 years ago. All I can say without mentioning names, he builds kitchens, what he does. Really top of the line. He has very high income. At that time, he was not in a position to get a mortgage. Today he is, but at that time. So what we did was, in his case, we devised a plan to go get pre-construction. It was easier to get the pre-approval than to go get a hard mortgage and start paying for that. Long story short, in a 5-year span, he has picked up 7 properties. In this case, all pre-construction condos from downtown, a very well diversified portfolio. And the way the market has turned, the way the economy has turned and pointed towards condos with a minimum of $100,000 gain per condo, and he's still paying for them. So far, he's paid about $300,000 into them at $100,000 per condo, minimum increase, and he hasn't even sold them. And with them going higher and 7 properties, do the maths. It's a retirement.
Yes, so this is possible, and
Yes.
we want to make this possible for you. So without further ado, where can people reach you if they're interested? And let me reiterate one more time. Only those people who are absolutely serious about it need contact us. Not those who are just, curious and all that stuff, because it's not worth it. You'll just be wasting your time and our time as well. When you are ready, then you call us, right?
Yes.
So where can they reach you?
Pick up the phone right now and dial that number, 647-273-1119. That's 647-273-1119. I am standing by for your phone call. It will change your life. It changed mine.
All right. So there we go. We want to get there, and we want you to be with us. So let's build this community. Let's get wealthy together. And thank you once again for being here, Jay.
My pleasure.
There's lots more for you. Don't go anywhere.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, worked for all my life, and I had to start again, just my children and my wife, I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be in Canada, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless you, Canada. From the shores of Nova Scotia to the forests in BC, Montreal to Winnipeg, from sea to shining sea. From Detroit we can see her above the USA, 'cause there's pride in every Canadian heart, and it's time you stand and say,
Mountains and plains and visions of trains from sea to sea. Forêts et lacs, aurores boréales du Grand Nord silencieux.
Mountains of snow, the forest below, hopes and fears.
Frozen lands in the rugged hands of Canadian pioneers. This is my Canada.
This is my home, my nation.
From St. John's to Victoria. This is my Canada. This is my Canada. Canada. Torrent d'eau fraîche, dunes de sable, village côtier. Gens de cœur, gens d'espoir et ancêtres dévoués.
Peacekeeping roles and noble goals spark the fire.
The marathon of hope lives on and the flames grow higher. This is my Canada. This is my home, my nation. From St. John's to Victoria. This is my Canada. This is my Canada. Canada. Learn to the future, learn from the past, build today and make it last. So much to offer, so much to gain. Takes more than one leap to make a change. So many heroes nationwide, so many hearts filled with pride. There's so much to share. Let me take you there. C'est mon cher Canada, mon pays, c'est ma patrie. C'est mon cher Canada, Canada, my home. This is my home, my nation. From St. John's to Victoria. This is my Canada. This is my Canada. Canada. This is my Canada. This is my Canada.
In my wrestling and in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. Oh, to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are my light, my lighthouse, my lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. Oh, my lighthouse, my lighthouse. I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. Fire before us, you're the brightest. You will lead us through the storms. My lighthouse, shining in the darkness. I will follow you. My lighthouse, I will trust the promise. You will carry me safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore. Safe to shore.
But the expense.
And I say we'll use standard gauge, standard steel rails and iron bridges on the Intercolonial.
Nonsense.
We're not just building a railroad, gentlemen. We are building a country.
Patriotic rubbish.
Oh, we can just stop that. Aye, attaboy. Come on, Roberts. And Roberts, look at this, huh? Between Halifax and Toronto, there are 5 different time zones. It's ridiculous. Oh, with the railway and the electric telegraph, what the world really needs is a system of standard time zones.
But sir, cities set their own time by the sun. They'd never agree.
Well, we'll have to make them, Roberts. Make them understand. Even if it takes years.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sanford Fleming of Canada, to whom the world owes the invention of standard time. Mr. Fleming.
He surveyed and engineered 4 Canadian railways and transformed the world with standard time. Sanford Fleming, engineer.